Welcome back to the Possibility Storm. I'm your host, Lane, and this week we have a fun one for you. The stream team is back at it, and we brought out some classic lists along with some brand new creations for this game. The Rev and Joey both brewed up something new recently, while myself and Kirk dusted off and updated some of our older decks. This one seems straightforward enough, but you won't believe what happens throughout the game. Get your snacks ready, and let's get to it. If you enjoy the content, consider supporting us over on Patreon at patreon.com/thepossibilitystorm. For as little as $1, you can help us keep the lights on. The tiers include Discord benefits, one-on-one deck building help, and even physical merch. Thank you for those who have already pledged, and thank you to everyone who drops a like, subscription, and comment here on the channel. It all helps us grow. Now, let's check out our commanders. I got the lucky roll this time and start in seat 1. I dusted off my trusty old Pako and Haldan list because it had been neglected for some time, and I also wanted to play in paper for a change. This deck relies on Pako to get in for damage that grows over time, while also sealing cards for use later. Once we play out Haldan, we can then cast the cards exiled with Pako in order to have a very large pool of resources. Besides beats, we can also take extra turns to outvalue our opponents, or create a loop with Seasons Past to take infinite turns. It's a fun deck to pilot, that's for sure. Next up is Rev, who brewed up a new version of Talion. We didn't know it going into the game, but we should have suspected that Rev would somehow make Talion into a stacks deck. Demir isn't known for being a Staxy color pairing, but leave it to this man to bust out cards we've never seen that are still oppressive as hell. Otherwise, it's Talion, so there's the amazing card advantage out of the command zone to power into more pieces that we won't like. Coming in third is Kirk, piloting an old list helmed by Yedora. I vaguely remembered the deck being one that goes infinite with a ham sandwich, but I don't think any of us knew what to look for to know whether or not Kirk was close to a combo. Whatever the case, it's a fast green deck that ramps and makes for some odd shenanigans because creatures die and come back as lands, and there are various ways to exploit that. I still don't think I fully understand what it wants to do, but it can get it done. Last but not least is Joey piloting his newest creation, an Orzhov deck helmed by Kambal. Kambal is an old commander with an interesting effect. Whenever his opponents play non-creature spells, they lose 2 life and he gains 2 life. This means he stays healthy and slowly drains the table. In conjunction with his 99 filled with other ways to extort and drain, the game's to quickly attack life totals on its way to controlling the board with various hate pieces. So there you have it. Let's see who takes the dub this time. Does anybody have any pre-games?
I just have a little gemstone action. There's a gemstone exiling this solitude.
Let us draw this card for the turn. Hooray. I would like to play this Jeweled Lotus. I'd like to play this Mox Diamond. With said Mox Diamond, I'm going to pitch this Homeward Path that I top decked. Seems like a good place for it. And then, as my land for turn, I'd like to play this Volcanic Island. Turn 1 Pako with haste. That is pretty good. I'll crack this for green, I suppose.
Mono green deck says go nuts.
If that's good, I'd like to move to combat. Talion scares me the most. It is attack, exile top of each. So I got a Mystic, Probe, Transformation.
Here's an Urza Saga.
6?
Yeah.
Who you punching anyway?
He's punching Rev. His Lane, are you a lefty?
Yes.
Wow.
Same
Wow.
here.
You're surrounded. Yeah, that's all I have. I mean, it was pretty good.
I'll draw that. Mantar.
Oh, I can't.
Signet. Pass.
Untap, upkeep, lament my Kenrith's transformation that I could have dogged. Snow-covered forest, Allosaurus Shepherd. Pass to the printer man.
Oh, you picked the wrong time to print proxies.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit behind today. Alright, I have nothing before my turn, so I'll just untap and draw. Here's a Marsh Flats, and I will crack it. Go find a scrubland. And although this is late, it is when I could play it. Yeah, we're just gonna die to dog beats. But that's all I can do. I'll pass.
Draw the card. Play a Flooded Strand and immediately fetch.
No dog joke there? Come on.
Drop will work.
Yeah, I'm almost disappointed there was no dog joke.
I mean, right?
Kirk, that's your area of expertise.
Sorry, guys. I'm having a rough day.
Still got it. Sorry, guys, I have to actually shuffle cards.
First time in a while, huh?
I know. 1 for Commander's Plate. Raggy? I'll move to combat. I'm gonna swing Pako at Joey. Well, we gotta reveal. It's attack trigger.
Or beseech the mirror.
I think that's a Tainted Pact.
Well, so he got 3 more, and if you're not blocking, you're gonna take
it is, yeah.
9 Commander.
Isn't it 4 more? Isn't it 1 for each non-creature?
Oh, right.
Okay, so I'm taking 10.
Passing after.
End of turn. Vampiric Tutor. Close and shuffle. Put it on top of my library.
Good
All
job.
right. Go to untap. Upkeep. Crypt. Evens. No ouchies. Ouchies. Draw for turn. I wonder what it is. I'm going to play Homeward Path. 2. Black. No mercy.
Nice.
Now punch me if you want and kill your creatures. I will pass.
There you go.
Untap.
Yes.
Draw. It's
Haven't
what is
died.
it? It's a 10-10 now, so you'd be dead on the next hit, depending on what he flips.
Yeah, and then you wouldn't be able to recast it.
But you would die, and that trigger would go away because you'd be dead.
Yeah, you're right. Well, why do you have to be so smart?
I don't. First time I've been accused of that. I'll play a mana vault. Play a forest. I can't cast my commander, so I guess we'll cast Nissa Resurgent Animist. If that's good, that's what I got. I passed the turn.
All on tap. Better be a banger. It's not. Here's a command tower. And I'll tap for 2 for a Dauntless Dismantler. I'll pass turn.
Tap and draw. Play a mana confluence. I am going to attempt to equip. Alright, well, we'll just say he's base power 6 and then whatever counters. Move to combat. Gonna go Joey. So that's
Trigger.
13, yeah, plus trigger. Mystical tutor.
We got a dark ritual.
Summons.
Mental misstep.
Okay, so that's all 4.
Before damage, I'm gonna crack my Dauntless Dismantler and blow up everything 0.
That's
And then I die.
I will ship it.
Sorry.
Well,
Sorry,
whatever I got from Joey is gone.
There is. You got, so for me, you got
Pact.
a Dark Ritual, a Tainted Pact, and an Urza Saga.
That's the lowest pedal. Pass, Talion.
Pass on Talion.
Naming 2. That's it.
Untap. Upkeep. Not draw. Take a damage. Wooded Foothills. Add a green. Crack Wooded Foothills. Lose another life. Smoke over Forest, which will trigger after I get this in another green and whatever land in battlefield. Blah, blah, blah. Second time. Reveal till I hit an elf or elemental card. Put it into my hand. And the rest on the bottom random. Okay, reveal till I hit an elf or an elemental. That's a fairy. Should have done this with my right hand because I'm left-handed. Not. That's neither. All right, we're going to right hand so we can do this better. Good grief. Human
Do you have
warrior.
any elves in this deck? What's that?
Hey, there's a tribal force mage. That is the elf I will reveal and put into my hand. We shall tap out and cast Yedora using all my mana. Pass the turn.
Untap. I'm just gonna play the security bypass. Targeting Pako.
What? What do?
If it attacks alone, it can't be blocked. And then if it deals damage to a player, it connives.
Who's next on the chopping block?
Yeah, I'm just gonna attack, trigger.
Who are you attacking? Who are you sending it at? You should
Rev.
declare that.
The Shredder.
Lana
So
Rose.
I only get 1. Alright, so that's 18. Plus the connive trigger. I guess your trigger goes on the stack and this trigger goes on the stack. I don't know if that even, do I even get that or does he just die?
No, his is exiled. He doesn't. His trigger never resolves because you kill him.
Yep.
I was asking, does my connive trigger resolve?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, your connive trigger
Okay.
resolves. Yes.
Draw a card and discard. If it's a non-land, I get a counter. I'm gonna discard this Geist Wave and get another counter. Alright, Kirk. Last ditch effort. What you got?
Death, probably. Untap, upkeep, fail to untap it, draw, lose a life. Let's see. That's first I'll play Inventor's Fair, floating a green. Green floating. There's
More
my
like
green.
Inventor's Unfair.
That's right. Use the green and the 1, colorless. Cast a Spawning Pit. Cast Tribal Force Mage. Sack Tribal Force Mage to put a charge counter on Spawning Pit. It will flippy to a land. Land triggers Nissa, so I'll have a green floating.
That's your second land?
Right, so that triggers Nissa as well. Good call. Thanks, buddy. Ashaya. Hey, that would have been good.
The fuck?
But it's 2 hand, so tap this for a green. pay the 2 to flip Tribal Force Mage, choosing Elf. Elves get +2/+2 and trample until end of turn. Sack it to Spawning Pit. 2 counters on this. Becomes a forest. Tap the forest for a green. That triggers this for ETB getting a green. Tap it for a green. Morph it to give elves +2/+2 and trample until end of turn. Wash, rinse, repeat.
Oh my
5
god.
million times, choosing elves, shamans, scouts, furry folk, druid. Attack you with all these infinite tramples.
Crazy.
There you go. That's what Yedora does.